Okay, let's get going. Aha! All right, so let's go ahead and jump on in for today. Before I get going, in case anybody didn't see it, I'm sure that a lot of people watching follow the Discord channel for MekHQ and MegaMek. If you haven't gone over there recently, hop on over and look at the announcements. So long story short is that one of the primary developers for the MekHQ project has chosen to leave the project, which happens. But Ilyani, who was one of the most key developers in a lot of the changes over the last probably 2 to 3 years, has decided to move on from the project. I'm not going to speculate as to why, but I do want to just take a minute and say that I at least really appreciate all of the work and dedication that she's put into this project over the last several years, the time away from her family, as well as the hours spent coding, putting things together, answering questions, and just being kind of the front-facing person for MekHQ. I don't think any of us can ever say thank you enough. So with that, let's hop on over. Oh my goodness, I think my toddler got crumbs all over my mouse pad. We were 100% lucky to have her as long as we had her. The MegaMek project is such an amazing and wonderful thing, but I can only imagine what it takes out of developers sometimes, because it's a lot of work. It's hard. You know, even if it's something you love, it's a lot of work and it's hard. Long hours, and sometimes people get frustrated and it can feel thankless, I am sure. And a lot of times the people who really appreciate things we don't always do a great job of saying how much we appreciate people. Yeah, and it's unpaid because they have to be volunteers. That's literally in the licensing for them. They can receive no monetary compensation whatsoever. But here we are with our current contract. We are about 1 month into our contract. We have so far had many a victory. We have completed 4 out of the 9 objectives. We have discovered the very last comm center for Sector 1. And then we also, very fortunately for us, have discovered the hostile early warning center, which is pretty neat. It's pretty great. Now, the early warning center, if I remember correctly, that allows for reinforcements to pop on over a little bit faster. But I think we have some things. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So let's take a minute. Let's advance a day. And that should bring everybody home. Ooh, a whole bunch of caseless AC-20s arrived. We need to load that up onto that AC-20 Hunchback as soon as possible. All right, select all. Mass repair. So working on a cockpit. We're out of cockpits. Again, always out of cockpits. Huh. Why you no fix? Why you no fix? Oh. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's repair some of the things. What's up, Power? How's it going? Just, doing the normal repair things, normal stuff. We can risk it on a 4, I think. So I was looking stuff up for another video in the future. You know what I learned? That, so it's a very quick aside of something that I learned that I didn't fully process because I knew, yes, yeah, I mean, I don't know where this would be without her. I'm sure that it would have moved forward. It's not at the rate that it did. I mean, for me personally, she was the very first person to jump into one of my streams and talk in the chat at all. So for me, it's a really hard hit. Even though I haven't been streaming for very long, it sucks. It really sucks. So we were talking about turnover in one of our last streams, and I knew that mission status or mission failures played into it. However, there are a lot of things that I did not realize played into it. Loyalty, obviously. Family, fine. If you're in hostile territory, people will turn over faster if you are in hostile territory. I didn't know this. Mission status, so yeah, breaches are really bad. Faction, okay. Unit reputation is another big one. But, however, one big thing that plays into it is the management skill of leaders, and not just the leader of the entire company or the leader of the entire unit, but each individual unit. Whoever the leader is of each individual unit, that is who affects the turnover in some way for every person in the lower echelon. And the management skill is determined by their leadership. So this person has leadership of 1, they're going to add a little bit. But the better the leadership for each individual unit, the less likely there is for turnover. So if you've got a lance of all your really good people, it may behoove you to put a really good leader in charge of them. Anyways, do we have any other repairs that just did not get done for whatever reason? No. You're almost all done. We are stuck there. Risk it for the biscuit? Sure. Try again tomorrow. Okay. So we got some more support points, which is pretty great. That brings us up to 4. 4 whole support points. All right. Now then, who do we have? So you have a compound fracture. You have internal bleeding. That's survivable, though. It's 100% survivable. Kind of thinking. I'm thinking. So we reload all of our missile boats. That's what I'm thinking, is we reload all of our missile boats and we go and we destroy a base. That's what I'm thinking. We finish up Sector 1 just so we can get out of there, and then we focus on Sector 0. Because we're going to have to scout the crap out of it as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and drop all of our scouting units first in hopes that we find something. Hold on. Do I have... Are you dudes... Okay, you're not remain deployed. You're not remain deployed. Okay, good. Why did I put my auxiliary aerospace out there? I'm a dum-dum. Uh-oh, somebody's pregnant. Do I have any spare vehicle crews? That's the question. Do I have spare vehicle crews? Yes, I do. Great. This is great. You go do something else. That one, probably. Hold on, wait. The Battletech recovery vehicle that's currently... Is that the one that I modified? Ooh. You. No, you weren't modified. That's sad. This is the one I'm refitting. Okay, it'll get done one day. Let's go ahead and advance a day. Let's just make sure that everybody is good to go with you. Well, I hope that everybody out there had a good weekend for the most part. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. I know that there's some cold weather out on the East Coast, so hopefully everybody's doing okay out there. And then anybody who's in North Carolina, good luck. Heard that there was a lot of snow there. And I'm pretty sure they have 7 snowplows in the state. And I think we're good to deploy a couple more friends. Whoop. There we go. Of course, Scout Lance is going to take forever to come back. Well, I think that we just have to go ahead and drop onto the hostile comm center. Let's find our mechs. Force. Where are you at? That was Charlie Lance. Oh, before I do anything else, every time I forget, where's the Kerensky at? Want both of the Kerenskys. Swap ammo. Artemis capable. No. No, no. I think just standard ammo should be fine. Where's my other Kerensky? There it is. Swap for standard ammo. And then Charlie Lance. Otherwise, there might be some, I guess. Do I risk it for the swarm ammo? Do I have swarm ammo? Ammo. Do I have swarm? LRM. Swarm. I do have swarm ammo. Isn't that exciting? How much do I have? I have enough. The answer is I have enough. I kind of want to do that just for funsies. Okay, I have a question for the world, and I should know this answer, but I don't know. What's the difference between swarm and swarm eye ammo? Okay, there we go. Now for all of those dudes. Okay, so who do I send? I think I send... Ah, yes, thank you. So as for who I send, I think... Do I send? I think I maybe just send Alpha Lance. Even though there's a little fatigue happening here, just a splash of internal bleeding. He'll get over it. It'll get better. But we can do that along with... yeah, I think Alpha and Charlie, and then we give it a whirl. We can even see how we do with just Alpha. Yeah, we could do that. We can bring a couple of infantry as well. What do we end up with there? Oh, we don't need to bring any friends. We're bringing like 18,000 BV against their 3,500 BV. I think we'll be okay. Things will be okay. Oh, got it. Swarm Eye has IFF. Okay, got it. Less likely, but not impossible, is what you're trying to tell me. Less likely. All right, let's keep on exploring and seeing what we find. Slowly but surely, we will get there. I think we keep risking it for the biscuit. Oh, did we roll well? Or did we destroy it? We fixed it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, friend. Thanks. Just put me out there. It's okay. My middle name is Lemming, so I understand completely. Okay, let's advance one more day. Command center is getting ready to spool up. We've got... oh, the Crusader is ready to go. Hold on. Let's take a look. Crusader... where's my Crusader at? Where's it at? Where'd it go? Oh, man, that is delightful right there. That brings me a little bit of joy. I'm excited to get that out on the field and see how it goes. We really do need to get this assassin out there as soon as I have, a pilot. I never thought I would say this, but I need more pilots. Okay. Time for the first fight of the day when I find the right tab. So, A hidden enemy-controlled facility has been identified for destruction. This installation is too valuable to remain in enemy hands, and its defenders must be eliminated to ensure it is no longer operational. Your mission is to destroy at least 75%. Remember this, friends, 75% of the defending forces. This is not an occupation. This is an eradication. The priority is destruction, not capture. Do not concern yourself with securing the facility. The enemy will fight to protect the installation, but their defenses will crumble under sustained pressure. Crush their forces, level their defenses, and ensure that when this battle is over, the facility is of no use to anyone. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. If the facility remains salvageable after the assault, we will destroy it. The enemy will be left with nothing but ruins. Execute with overwhelming force and leave no doubt who owns the battlefield. Okay. Here we go. We just have to kill 75% of the Op 4, which effectively we have to destroy 100% of the Op 4. Okay. I think they're about to have a very bad day because I might have overcompensated a little, just a touch. I mean, on the bright side, we definitely, very, very definitely have succeeded in maintaining a 3-to-1 advantage or more. Now, that's not saying that they might not still hit us with a lucky hit. I mean, attacks happen. Just casual, like 5-to-1. No big deal. Oh, and this is not the map you want to be on if you're in a longbow. Poor lamb. Like the trebuchet and the longbow both are just, they're sitting here, they're crying a little bit on the inside. Well, we end up winning the initiative, which is handy. There's both of the turrets. Shoot, I forgot to have the infantry already loaded up. Oh well, it's fine. I think the right move is just to do something like this. And then we can put a demolisher over yonder. Get all these dudes set up so that I can, you know, load them like I should have in the lobby. Oops. All right, and from here, one simple little awesome. Pop the Kerensky down. Pop the Stalker down. They'll be fine. And then just for good measure, I think I'm more worried about the Demolisher. Oh, right. Have to select the right one. Load. Load. Very well. That's an interesting place for the longbow. Okay, that will make it a little more challenging. Hmm. Oh, that was silly. I should have moved back. I always forget about Range Master, man. Every time. Well, medium range, at least medium still equals medium. So we got that going for us. We've got 6s on the PPC. So I think that we send 3 towards the trebuchet and see where they land. We'll skip the APCs for right now. The Demolisher, however, can you see a building? You can see a building. Send presents. I heard it's somebody's birthday, so make sure you wish them like a happy birthday or something. All right, so snub nose and gauze rifle towards the Centurion. Then standard LRMs should be just fine. You know, I think I prefer the variant of the Stalker that has large lasers, and I think it's LRM 15s. What's the CF on this building? 111. Okay. So it can take a little bit. So turn number 1, our awesome into the trebuchet hits with all 3 PPCs, hitting left torso, right torso, and the right arm. Everything's down to 1 or 0 armor. The trebuchet firing at the awesome lands 9 deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the left arm, 5 to the right leg, 5 to the left torso, and 3 to the center torso, but missed with the other LRM 15. The heavy siege turret firing, oh dear, we need to kill that meow. Puts an ERPPC into the Marauder's left torso, but missed with the other 3 PPCs. Demolisher puts 2 gauze rifles into the building, critting on an ERPPC, which is very nice for us. The Centurion missed the Stalker. Our Orion firing at the Centurion hits with the snub nose to the left leg, and the gauze rifle hits the left leg as well, down to 5 internal structure, critting on a hip and a foot. It's a bad day for the Centurion. Our Stalker then hits the Centurion with 12 LRM missiles, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the right arm, and 5 to the right, 2 to the right torso, but missed with the other LRM. The Brutus hits with the PPC to the right arm of the Centurion. Our Marauder also shoots the building a couple of times, but missed with the LB-10X. Trebuchet took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 6. Centurion took a hip hit and 40 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 5, falls onto its front, doing 4 to the center torso and injuring the pilot. I like it. You know, I really should have put like one of my newbie lances into this, but you don't know until you know. What do you think? Is Centurion going to keep going toe to toe with 2 mechs and a Brutus? 2 mechs that outclass it and a Brutus? Doesn't seem very wise. So with that, you're in range of the medium lasers now. So we can do the snub nose, we can do the Gauss rifle, and we can go ahead and do both of the medium lasers towards that Centurion, see if it enjoys that. Let's keep putting Gauss rifle rounds into the building, especially a building that has 3 ERPPCs still working on it. I don't want that hanging out for very long. Not that I don't appreciate it. I just, yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I feel like the Centurion is going to be pretty well dealt with. Okay, so if everything hits, that has 61 CF left. It'll be down to 31 after the Gauss rifles, and then it'll be 2 PPCs, which will bring it down to 11. If the longbow hits, it'll be down to 1. So we could risk it and see if we kill the crew, but that'll give it another turn of firing. I'm not down with that. No, 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 no. So here's what we're going to do. LRM there, LRM there, call it good. And it's also assuming we don't miss on a 3 again. Oh dear. Very bad things have happened to 2 of the enemies at least. So the heavy siege turret puts a PPC into the left torso of the Marauder, another PPC to the right torso of the Marauder. Fortunately, due to the narrow profile, only takes 5 to each. The Awesome puts a PPC into the Trebuchet's left leg, PPC to the left torso, critting on the LRM-15 ammo, causing it to go boom. Oh, I love glancing blow. Oh, it's so great when I'm the one that has it. If I'm shooting against somebody with glancing blow, they can go kick rocks. Anyways, this might shock you, but the Trebuchet fell after it exploded. I know. Wild. But the left torso was destroyed. Transferred 17 to the center torso, which destroys the center torso, unfortunately. So the Trebuchet is very much gone. The Awesome takes 5 Deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the left leg and 5 to the right torso. Light bombard turret missed. Our Kerensky, firing at the Centurion, blows off the right arm with the snub nose, transferring 1 to the right torso. Gauss rifle goes into the left torso, putting it down to 10. The medium laser hits the center torso, critting with no effect. Other medium laser hits the center torso. The Centurion, firing at the Stalker, missed. The Demolisher, firing at the building, would have exploded the non-existent ammo, but we crit on another ERPPC. The Brutus puts PPC into the Centurion's right leg, then blows out the right torso rear after critting on the ace. That Centurion had an AC-20? Ooh, that was... Ugh. I should probably look at these things before I, go running at them. Anyways, the right torso explodes from the AC-20 ammo, and then it transfers 12 to the center torso. Ooh, center torso is still there. So we still have a center torso. We can still... Never mind. Wait, nope, we're good. Wait. We're good. Center torso is down to 2 internal structure. Okay, cool. Marauder puts PPC into the building and then another PPC into it. And then the LB-10X is down to 1 CF. But the crew is stunned for 2 turns and it's down to 1 PPC. I mean, if I can keep the building around, I will. Because I would rather do that. Because if I can manage to... Yeah, if I can manage to keep both of those turrets intact, then I can capture this, which would be great. And I would much rather that. Plus, all I have to do is go hunt down the longbow. And that seems pretty okay. Which is pretty much going to be us going full Kool-Aid Man on a couple of buildings and then kicking him a bunch. Looking at where the longbow is now, yes, I know that the computer dropped him there, but just imagine that he got himself there. How did he do that? Just like what? How? Did he crawl over the buildings? Did he go over the buildings? Did a building fall behind him and trap him in there? Just what's the role play here? Did he jump out of the dropship and then completely jump into the wrong place? Maybe. I actually think I need my APCs to turn around and just run away because all they're going to do is die. Okay, getting closer. It doesn't help that there's like a gale and light fog, but you know what? These are good pilots, which means. Oh, I have reckless. No, I need to enable reckless. Okay, turn around and just go that way. All right, after this game, I need to enable reckless. Now comes the slow trundling forward. So the down pilot woke up. I wonder what injuries they have. Also, hopefully, the tutorial videos from today, somebody out there found helpful. I'm hoping they did. I know that they're probably more basic than what a lot of people need, but hopefully somebody out there found them helpful. My cat was making it very, very, very difficult to record those today. It would be just like chilling on the little blanket I have on my desk, hanging out, doing whatever it wanted to do to sleep in, like, cats do. And then I would start recording. And it would always wait until between 5 and 8 minutes into the recording, like halfway through. And then the darn thing would get up and decide that it wants to love on the microphone or sit on the keyboard and stop the video or any number of other things. Made it very, very challenging. But I guess that's what I get for having a cat. CF99, CF86. Let's probably go full Kool-Aid Man through those buildings, I would guess. Don't think. Yeah, I don't have line of sight on any of that. So it's a lot of just waiting till we get there. That's annoying. All right, I think it's time for us to kill the turret. We gave it a chance. We gave them a shot to get away with their 1 CF. But no, they had to come off and shoot us. Okay, fine then. Be like that. There we go. Okay, can I shoot you now? Of course not. Of course I can't shoot you. Well, let's get twisty. And of course I can't shoot you either. But I guess I can shoot you. You know, why waste the ammo? Okay, so from there, why don't we go ahead and start working on some of these buildings? And hopefully just start working our way through it a little bit. Just a touch. Just a touch. Hold on, wait, can the longbow see me? Or is he doing indirect fire? Okay, so the building collapses. Longbow is shooting at the Marauder somehow. Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting. And we end up taking a total of 2 Deadfire LRMs, one to the right torso, one to the center torso. The Orion hurts a building, so did the Awesome. The Light Bombard turret also hurts our Marauder, unfortunately. But the Heavy Siege turret is gone, finally. Tried to give it a chance, but I didn't want the chance. Okay, but for real, how did the awesome see my Marauder to shoot it? So my Marauder stands 2 levels tall. It's standing on level 0, so you can see it at level 2. You're shooting through a height 14, height 10, height 10, height 1, and height 1 building. Interesting. Very interesting. No, it wasn't IDF. So if we look at the round report, it'll declare if it's IDF. At least it should. Pretty sure it declares if it's IDF. I'll take a closer look this round if they fire again. Kerpow. Because the Marauder wasn't spotted at all last round. So that's why I'm dubious. Oh, it was IDF. So, okay. It's just interesting because the Marauder wasn't spotted at all. Or wasn't spotted for IDF. Whoops, no. Come back. Well, why don't we just go ahead and get a little bit toasty, and then we can do not that, and then we can punch it, and then that should destroy the building. However, I do think that we send presents to the longbow from the Kerensky and see what happens. All we have to do is dig out the longbow. Oh, I like what's happening already. So the awesome shoots a building a few times. The Orion puts a medium laser into the longbow's right arm, medium laser into the left arm, critting on the LRM 20 and the shoulder. Snub nose hits the right leg, and then the Gauss rifle hits the right arm. It's down to 8 internal structure on the right arm. Light bombard hits the demolisher, immobilizing it. Oh no, that's not good. That's kind of bad. The stalker shoots a building some. The longbow firing at the Kerensky puts 2 dead fires in, doing 4 damage to the left arm. Then another 9 dead fires hit, doing 5 to the left arm, 5 to the left leg, 5 to the right torso, and 3 to the right arm. The Orion stays standing, and the longbow stays standing. Isn't that great? Okay, kick the building. Well, I think we do that. Okay, that should very, very much destroy that building. As for the longbow, it needs more presence. All of the presence. I mean, you might as well shoot it with the Gauss rifles because what else are we going to do with you right now? And with this, do that for good measure. So the light bombard turret drops some more rounds on the Demolisher, landing with all 6, doing some damage to the armor, hurting the already destroyed motive system. The Awesome destroys a building. The Orion puts a medium laser into the longbow's center torso and a medium laser into the right torso. Snubnose hits the left arm, critting on LRM 20. The SRM hits with 3 of the missiles, doing 5 to the right torso, 2 to the right arm, critting on the upper arm. And one of the shots was blocked. Gauss rifle goes into the left torso. It's down to 3 armor. I have a feeling this longbow is going to go boom soon. The Demolisher shoots a building. The longbow firing at the Orion misses with everything. The Stalker shoots a building and destroys it. The Brutus shoots a building, and the Marauder shoots a building. Isn't that nice? Just kick the building. It'll make you feel better. Same thing with you. Just kick the building. It'll make you feel better. Be the toddler you always wanted to be. Okay, well, we lost the initiative, but that's okay. I don't think that we'll need it really. Oh my goodness. This is going to be enraging. Okay, well, we can't shoot the longbow because it's hiding from us. The punk. But maybe we can keep shooting it in the face. Hold on, wait, don't I have Deadfire SRMs? No, I don't. And now nines with either SRM ammo, so we might as well use the Deadfires. Oh dear. What happened to make the badness happen for that poor little longbow? So the Orion put a medium laser into the center torso. Snubnose hit the right leg, but it got blocked. The SRM doesn't really do much. Does 2 to the left arm, 2 to the right arm. The Gauss rifle puts a round into the center torso, critting on the engine. The longbow hits with some LRMs into the stalker, doing 5 to the center torso, 3 to the left arm, 5 to the right torso, and 1 to the left torso. The stalker puts a medium laser into the center torso. The light bombard turret continues to drop rounds on the demolisher. Then the longbow needs an 8, rolls a 5, falls onto its left side, doing 5 to the left torso. Ah, there it is. Critting on the LRM 20 ammo, causing it to explode. That, in turn, kills the pilot. Transfers 6 to the center torso, so the longbow is still alive as well. Neat. So even though 2 out of the 3, well, I think 3 out of 3 had ammo explosions, and out of those, 2 out of 3 of them have salvageable mechs. And that is victory, my friends. Done. Cool. There we go. And I control the field. Demolisher has a little bit of damage. Might have to swap out the engine on that one. Nobody has any new hits, thankfully. The light bombard turret did not escape. I promise you. So the longbow, yeah, I can't really give it to anybody in particular. Okay, so force withdrawal, sure. Yes, I did the things. I did, in fact. Oh, actually, hold on. We will do this one. Cool. There we go. We did the things. We rounded up any facility personnel. And you can go on to the Boofle, you can go on to the Heavy, you can go on to the Heavy, and you can go on to something. All right, we have a little bit. Oh, we actually have plenty. Can I take both? No, I can't quite take both. Do I want the Centurion? I don't think so. As much fun as that is, that's a fun one. That's a really fun one. As much fun as that is, I think I'll have to pass on it. I think I'd rather take the longbow. All right, everybody gets a participation award. And there we go. My goodness. We do a whole pile of maintenance and some things get damaged, which is unfortunate. Hold on, wait. Got it. And everybody came home. And with that, yep, Allied Comm Center. Still got it. Let's go ahead and repair all of the things. Who do I still have out on the map? Nobody. I have nobody. Great. This is wonderful. Let's start walking. Okay, we found that's probably one of our missions, potentially. Maybe. It is not. All right, so we have an annihilation that is taking place tomorrow. we have a whole bunch of allies with 5,800 BV. They have some offboard artillery. Oh, we need to kill that artillery base. They've got their primary force as well as some reinforcements. Your orders are clear. This is not a surgical strike nor a precision raid. This is an extermination. The enemy force is in the sector and must be wiped out with 95% confirmed casualties before we consider this battlefield secured. Their continued presence is unacceptable, and we cannot afford to even let a remnant regroup for future operations. The victor controls the field, and we will be the one standing when the dust settles. Okay. Holy Hunchback. So they are bringing 2 Hunchbacks, an Orion, Vulcan, Ostrock, Wolverine, Phoenix Hawk, another Orion, Vulcan, and a Trebuchet. Which Trebuchet is that? Oh, it's the Narc Trebuchet. Got it. Those are the AC-20 variant, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Nothing here. As long as you deal with the Hunchbacks at range, they shouldn't be too bad of a deal. Who can I bring? I'm kind of thinking, because I gotta get some other folks' experience, man. So I'm kind of thinking we bring Asteroid as the primary, and then Charlie as a backup, just because. Asteroid has 7,482. Yeah, I think that we can do that. So let's go ahead and actually, who here has the better stuffs? So you've got not a great strategy, and you have no strategy at all. Okay. So yes, Asteroid will be the primary. And then we will back them up with Charlie. Ooh, do we do Charlie or do we bring them some air support? What are they bringing for reinforcements? I forgot to look at that. They're bringing another Hunchback. Okay. That's a choice. They're bringing another Hunchback, a Hermes, an Apollo, and a Warhammer. Okay. Sounds great. Sounds good. I'm not sure which one's better. Snowstorm or sleet? They will sound kind of rough. So I think we'll go ahead and do Charlie Lance just to make sure. And we'll risk it. I think that we can manage a 5 with advantage. And we did. Okay, let's advance 1 day. And let's see what we can repair here. Good deal. Looks like somebody came home early. That was Tango Lance came home early. Okay, let's go ahead and dive on in. We'll commence our drop, and we're going to take both of our recovery lances because I think we're going to need them. That should be plenty of techs. And okay. Oh, right. So we've got 20,000 BV against their about 14,000. Is that a cliff? That is a cliff. Oh. Oh, this. Hmm. This is going to be like just an all out brawl. We won initiative on the first round. Not that it's going to do us a whole lot for round number one. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're going to restart this because I forgot to reset sides. So, nope. Somebody out there was screaming at me through their screen before I even dropped in, going, "No, look at where you're starting." And I'm sorry, my telepathy just it's not working today. All right, configure deployment zone, use owners. Okay, great. Oh, hey, look, everybody starts in the south now. Yay. Oh, this is not as fun of a map. This is a plain Jane map if I ever saw one. This okay. Well, that's nice. I guess we can fall in some water occasionally. Okay, I thought the last one was going to be just an absolute brawl. I was wrong. This is a brawling map of just run at them and see who dies first. I mean, we still won initiative on the first round, so that's nifty. Their reinforcements are going to be coming in about 4 rounds, and they're going to be coming behind us. Not super worried about it. It's just going to be a little annoying. The hunchback is going to be one of the very few things that I think we have to worry about. I think I need to get more. I think it would be nice to get a couple more tanks so that I can augment some of these lances, especially the ones that I'm going to have more of that frontline role. Now the only question is, who do you shoot at first? I think the Wolverine is volunteering as tribute. So Trebuchet and Wolverine, I think, are volunteering as tribute today. But oof, everything is 12s, 10s, 12s. Not ideal at all. I am very suddenly missing my awesome with its range master. Well, not the greatest, most auspicious start to a battle, but I guess it could be worse. Is this what I get for bringing the like C and D team? They gotta learn somehow. The Ostrak missed, the Kerensky missed, the Warhammer missed, everybody missed. We lost initiative this time by a lot. I mean, the only nice thing is that, ballistic weapons are going to be a little bit more affected, and a bunch of their heavy hitters are just ballistic weapons of some flavor. I really wish I could just launch swarm missiles into that clump right there. It's like they're lost and afraid. What do we do? Help. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's see. So that puts you well within short range. That puts you at medium. Kind of think there. Yes, go there. Hmm. Well, shoot. I mean, in a way, this is interesting because it's like you run up and you punch them in the face. I don't have the right mechs to run up and punch them in the face right now, but that's allegedly what I'm supposed to do. But I enjoy the maps more, I think, where you got a little bit more terrain to work with, a little bit more variation. Okay, there we go. Hmm. Slowly but surely. Princess, you have like one mech to move. Figure it out. I think I said at the end of the last stream that I was going to turn on individual initiative, and then I forgot. I need to not forget. It's an interesting choice for the Wolverine. Let's give that a whirl. Hmm. I mean, do we unload everything into the Orion, knowing that it's the meat sack, it's the tank, and then we can just kind of work through everything else? I think that might be what we have to do. So it's a 9 on the Orion or 8s on the Hunchback. Okay, let's come back to that. Let's go to the guillotine. What you got? We have ourselves a terrible pilot. That's what we have. Okay, cool. Good to know. Catapult, what can you see? So you've got swarms loaded. It's a 10 to hit on the Hunchback. Why don't we just go ahead and do that to start off with? Hope for the best. So it's a 9 on the Orion or an 8 on the Hunchback. I mean, just math wise, that's a pretty big difference. So we'll trust in the maths. Trust the math. 9 is not bad. Give it a shot. See what happens. For our ER larges, let's go ahead and shoot at that hunchback. Maybe the magic will happen. All right, let's see what happened. Our Ostrock firing at their Orion ER large into the left leg and a medium laser to the right torso. Medium laser to the left torso. It's down to 17 armor. Our Orion firing on their Orion. The snub nose hits the right arm. Everything else missed. Their Wolverine firing on a rifleman missed. Our guillotine missed. Our catapult launches some swarms. So firing at the hunchback, 9 of the swarm missiles hit, doing 5 damage to the right torso and 4 damage to the left torso. 6 missiles continue, missing the Vulcan. And then there's no new target. Everything else missed. The allied longbow misses. The enemy Vulcan missed. Our Warhammer firing at the hunchback, ERPPC to the left torso, then ERPPC to the left arm. Our longbow succeeds with the LRM 20. 9 swarm missiles hit the hunchback, doing 5 to the head, 4 to the right torso, then 11 continue. 7 hit the trebuchet, doing, oh my goodness, are these targeted straight at the head? Doing 5 damage to the head, and then 2 to the left torso. All of the other swarms missed. The trebuchet missed. The allied Zeus misses. Our Ostrock misses. The enemy Orion misses. Our rifleman puts a large laser into the Orion's left leg. The allied Stalker missed. The other Orion on the enemy team missed. The Orion took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls an 8. Hunchback number 2 took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 4. Goes on to the left side, takes 4 damage to the left leg, but the pilot avoids damage. Okay. Doing okay on heat, so we'll just keep on keeping on. And we win the initiative, but our allies will go first out of the 2 of us. Yeah. There were a lot of rolls there that were not ideal, but fortunately, a lot of them favored us in a way. I think it was the last time I played, there were a lot of need a 3, roll a 2, need a 4, roll a 3. And it was like in order. Just enough to really irritate you a little bit. I think the Hunchback has a death wish. Because there's no way I'm actually letting the darn thing get close enough to shoot me with its AC 20 successfully. Where's the guillotine? There's the guillotine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to like here-ish. Now, Minerva, remember, you can't die because you're my training person. So don't do anything stupid. Okay. Now, what do we do from here? Do I do that? Or do I just hold still? I think I just hold still. I'll just chill. We're going to chill. Okay. That is one thing for that Orion to do. I'm interested to see what the Wolverine will do this time around. Kind of want to chill again. It is. It's an area denial asset until somebody with a longer range weapon tells you to go away. Oh, hey, Eclectic Bibliophile, thank you so much for joining. Oh, that reminds me. Jonas Rust, thank you so much for the follow like 2 days ago. Sorry, you did that after my stream and I meant to say it today and I forgot. Anyways, yeah, so it's line of sight. Unless you're talking about like these colored hexes, like the blue and the yellow and the pink. So if you want, if you're talking about, should be this one. Yeah. So you can enable or disable line of sight. And it, like Youngster said, it highlights the different distances. But also, if there's something in the way, like a building or something like that, it'll be grayed out. That way, you can pretty easily know if somebody is. Yeah, definitely just chill right there. Able to see something. Also, hunchbacks are only good area denial weapons for as long as they have ammo, which is about 5 rounds. Yeah, should be about, yeah, it's 5 rounds. Unless you're using caseless ammo, which case is what, 8? Is that right? Or is it 10? Anyways, so you have to be a little choosy with what you're doing. Yeah, just back the truck up. And the downside for this hunchback is that it's about to have a pretty rough day, honestly. I think. I hope. That's the goal. You're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. But when you're using a 5.6 pilot, is that what that is? Yeah, when you're using a 5.6 pilot on a low gravity world with sleet, the best to hit you can get is a 7, which is not ideal. Yeah, not good odds. And it just gets worse from there. So, like, putting everybody at long range from the hunchback means that he's going to be on 11s. A Pulse AC-20. Isn't that just called like a plasma rifle or something? I don't know. I don't play with any of the Ill Clan stuff, so I don't know a lot of that like later tech, like plasma rifles and madness. Yeah, we could only dream. Could you imagine if there was something like that, though? Ooh, that would be great, but so bad at the same time. So the Hunchback. 6 is on the ER larges. I'll take that. And oh, nope, don't do that. Yeah, we can go 4 over on Heat this time. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Ads happen. Um so it's just to denote increments of 5 hexes. That's it. Yeah, so that you can pretty easily go, oh, this person is somewhere between 6 and 10 hexes out. This one is somewhere between like 16 and 15 hexes out. But if you want to turn it off, well, I think it's defaulted off. So if you want to turn it on, then you just go to view and highlight within field of view. Nothing too crazy, but good question. Very good question. If I remember correctly, one of the first times that Power asked, he also asked a similar question. So it's a pretty common one, honestly. Because if I remember correctly, that was the same mission where the Condor dropship decided to just cruise on through like 27 buildings and kill itself. Which I'm not even a little sad about. If a condor wants to yeet itself against a building and destroy itself, I'm not going to cry unless it's my condor, and then I will cry. Just a little. Uh did I ever see the condor? Yes, I did because I shot it a few times. Because that was with shoot, what was it? I don't remember. It was with like the Wolverine that had the XL engine in it. I would pop it around the corner and shoot at it, and then pop back because then I would eat a whole bunch of like LRMs and AC5s from the Condor. Yeah, it was a hot minute. That's also the map where my Victor got stuck. Yeah, that was so great. So great for everybody involved. Because I forgot that the Victor could jump like a dum dum. I think we shoot the Vulcan. That is my thought. And then we could throw a couple of streaks down towards it as well, because remember, friends, you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. Okay, no point using swarm ammo if there's nobody standing next to him. So it's a 7 or a 9. I think I'll go ahead and take the 7 for the Orion. The catapult. Oof. Okay, so it's an 11 on the Hunchback or a 9 on the Orion. I think the catapult's going to have to back up if it survives. Oh, gotcha. So that's how that works. Like I said, when does the plasma cannon get introduced, or the plasma rifle get introduced? That is why I've never played with it. Oh, dude, yeah. Let's just unload all of the medium lasers into the Vulcan. That's fine. That is A-okay fine. So I actually never played. Yeah, I never played even with like Clan Tech or anything like that until I started streaming. Fun facts. Okay, so it's a 7 on the Orion or 9 on the Hunchback. I think we kind. What is the Allied longbow doing? Why would a longbow? Why? Somebody explain to me why you would take your longbow. You're essentially walking artillery and put it in front of a Hunchback, which is the polar opposite. Interesting. Okay. Bait. I mean, I guess that's really explosive bait with no armor. I mean, I could actually see that if I had the Cam Ops ammo explosion rules on, where like damages all surrounding hexes. Like, I could see that, but no, 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 is bad, is very bad. We'll try to shoot the Hunchback, even though I know that math is not on my side for that one. Okay, so the Hunchback over on the edge of the map shot at the catapult and missed. Our Ostrak firing at the Hunchback hits with one ER large into the right torso, medium laser to the left torso. The other Hunchback, this is a huge surprise, it fired at the longbow that is standing next to it. But man, that is painful. Point blank range, and you need a 9. Medium laser hits the center torso, missed with everything else. Our Kerensky missed with the snub nose. Gauss rifle hits the right leg, critting on a heat sink, missed with everything else. The enemy Wolverine misses. The perfect bait. The Allied Crusader firing at the Orion hits with 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the right leg, 1 to the right arm, critting with no effect. The enemy Ostrak firing at the Warhammer hits with a large laser to the left leg. Our Warhammer firing at the Vulcan puts PPC into the left arm down to 2 internal structure, critting on the lower arm, then a PPC to the left torso. Down to 3 armor, missed with both the streaks. Enemy Phoenix Hawk misses. Our Guillotine missed. The enemy Vulcan misses. The Allied Longbow tries to fire a bunch of LRM. Oh, it's firing at the Wolverine. That's why. But missed. The enemy Vulcan firing at the catapult misses. Our longbow firing at the Orion hits with 6 of the 20 LRM 20s, doing 5 to the left leg and 1 to the center torso. And then 1 LRM 5 hits with 3 missiles, doing 3 to the right arm. The enemy Trebuchet misses. Our catapult firing medium lasers puts a medium laser into the Vulcan's left leg and 1 into the Vulcan's right leg. The enemy Orion misses. The Allied Zeus puts an AC5 into the Orion's right leg. Our other Ostrak, puts an ER large into the Orion left arm. The other enemy Orion, firing at the longbow, hits the right torso with a medium laser and the right torso with another medium laser. Our rifleman misses with everything. The enemy the Allied stalker firing at the Orion hits the right torso with a large laser. So, Vulcan took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 7. The Orion closest to the center is what that should be. Took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 9. The Hunchback in the center took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 6, falls on its rear, doing 4 to the left arm, and the pilot takes another hit. Wait, is that the center or the left one? That's the center one. And then the longbow. Okay, look, shut up. I know you both were right. Fine. You were both right. It was bait, and he was confident in his kicking skills. So he gets kicked in the center torso. It's down to 4 internal structure. Okay. Okay. Well, some heat happens. Fortunately, it is frigid outside, so a little bit less heat happens, and we win the initiative. I swear, this Vulcan is just back here waiting to run away. It's waiting to flee just so I can't win this scenario, because this is a 95% destruction scenario. Oh no, destroyer route, so we're good. We're totes fine. Run away, I don't care. Kind of want to sit back and just let the allies, yeet themselves forward and thrust themselves upon the sword of the enemy, and then I can, come in and clean up the mess. It's the honorable thing to do, right? Very, very honorable. I knew you would agree. I'm actually not very scared of the Hunchback because it's down to 4 rounds and it's a bad pilot, man. It's a super bad pilot. I think they're realizing their area denial is failing. It's true. Well, do you think is more common in the inner sphere or in the periphery? Because I feel like it would be more common in the periphery. Just like, yeah, come on, just help me move my tractor. It's fine. Oh, how'd you end up under my tractor? Well, farm's not gonna farm itself. I guess I'll do it for you, friend. Okay, fair. I kind of want this Vulcan to charge at the catapult just a little, just a touch. Like that. Actually, that's pretty ideal. If we had individual initiative on, I think we would have been done with this fight by now. Cool. Hunchback, still prone. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Um, you're right. The periphery is definitely mostly stealing. Specifically, they're stealing when somebody in the inner sphere feels like they can come and take their stuff, and then they get their butt kicked by the periphery occasionally, if the periphery doesn't just die. I think their reinforcements show up next turn, which is kind of problematic. I was hoping to have at least dealt with a couple of things by now. Fair. That is fair. You know what? I think it also depends on what era you're looking at because it changes. Everything changes. Battletech is like raising a child. Every time you think you got it figured out, it changes. So that should pretty well take care of the hunchback, honestly. I think we go ahead and shoot some stuff at the trebuchet and hope for the best. The guillotine, based on where it is, we're going to go ahead and have it shoot at the hunchback as well. Otherwise, it's not hitting. This guillotine is going to hit nothing otherwise. Yes, there we go. Come on. There we go. So fire a couple of PPCs, medium pulse for sure, another medium pulse for sure, and that'll be fine. Then, so that hunchback's at an 8. Trebuchet's at a 9. I think I'd rather the trebuchet, honestly. All right, once again, all of the medium lasers. So the Orion will be a 9. The trebuchet will be a 9. So we're going to shoot at the Orion. Okay, so the hunchback firing at the Warhammer misses. Our Ostrock firing at the hunchback hits with the ER large to the left arm, medium laser to the left torso. Streak hits going into the right torso and the right arm, getting a through armor crit with no effect. Then medium laser to the left torso. Another streak hits, doing 2 to the right leg and 2 to the right arm. Other hunchback misses. Our Kerensky firing at the trebuchet puts a medium laser to the right leg. No, it really can't. Because what did it roll? So actually, this is the other hunchback. This hunchback was this hunchback firing. But this hunchback, I mean, it needs an 11, rolls a 6. What do you expect? Our Kerensky puts a medium laser into the trebuchet's right leg. Snub nose hits the center torso. Gauss rifle goes into the right arm down to 3 internal structure. The Allied Crusader firing at the Hunchback missed. The enemy Ostrock misses. Our Guillotine misses with everything. Enemy Phoenix Hawk misses. Our Warhammer puts PPC to the right torso of the Vulcan. Oh, that's tragic. Misses with the other PPC. Then a medium pulse into the right torso, down to 2 internal structure. The Vulcan puts medium laser into the catapult's left arm. Our allied longbow succeeds with 6 Deadfire LRMs, doing against the should be the center hunchback, doing 5 to the center torso, 5 to the left leg, another 2 to the left leg. Our longbow firing at the trebuchet hits with 12 LRMs, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the right arm, destroying the right arm, transferring to the right torso, and then 2 to the center torso, but missed with everything else. The enemy trebuchet misses. Our catapult puts medium laser into the Vulcan in the center torso, medium laser to the center torso, medium laser to the right arm, misses with medium laser number 4. Enemy Orion firing at the Warhammer hits with 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the center torso, 4 to the right torso. Allied Zeus puts an AC5 into the Hunchback's right arm. Our Ostrock misses. The enemy Orion misses the Ostrock. Our Rifleman firing at the Orion puts a large laser into the left torso and misses with everything else. Then the Allied Stalker misses. The Vulcan took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 11. Trebuchet took 40 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 6, tumbles to its front, doing 4 to the left torso, and the pilot takes another hit because it just got shot in the head like 4 turns ago. However, I think it is time to hopefully bash in the skull of a Hunchback, and then we can also hopefully kick a Vulcan. Looks promising. So the Vulcan kicked the catapult, doing 8 damage to the right leg. Our Ostrock kicked the Hunchback into the right arm, doing 12 damage. Critting on a hand is down to 3 internal structure. Our catapult kicked the Vulcan into the right leg, doing 13 damage, down to 2 internal structure. The Vulcan got kicked, needs a 6, rolls a 2. Ouch. Falls to its left side, doing 3 to the left leg, and that pilot takes a hit. The catapult stays standing. Heat happens. Nothing's too hot, and we lost the initiative. Yeah, this is what I was hoping wouldn't happen, because now we're stuck, and we haven't actually killed anything yet, which is rough. There's a lot of stuff that we're not far off from, but we got a little ways to go. I was hoping to have killed at least a couple of things. But alas, here we are. Just for funsies, we'll bring our Warhammer to here, because either the Vulcan gets up and comes around behind the Warhammer, or it fails to get up and then the Warhammer kicks it in the face. Either way, I'm kind of okay with it. If you're sitting there going, Doc, you're charging a Hunchback, I am fully aware. Fully aware. It's the only way the pilot will ever hit the broadside of a barn. I mean, my pilot, not their pilot. Although I'm not confident their pilot could see the barn in order to shoot at it. Do you think if I say boo, they'll just run away with everything else? Okay, I'm going to give this hunchback the best chance it has ever had to shoot me with its AC-20. This is the freebie for it. Hmm. Very curious to what he actually does with the, or what Princess actually does with the Vulcan. Very, very curious. Oh my goodness. The hunchback got up. Okay, there we go. Finally done. So let's go ahead and do a little twisty twist. We'll put large laser, medium laser, streak, medium laser, and a streak. We can get warm. That's fine. Okay, even though the trebuchet is the one that's hurt worse, I think I'm going to shoot at the hunchback because it's kind of the bigger threat. See what we can do there. Then for the Warhammer, why don't you just help it find your PPCs? Obviously, it's lost. Okay. Hopefully, some of that stuff finds the hunchback, and then that hunchback, hopefully, we can be -2 hunchbacks, essentially. Oh, yes. Sevens. Why, yes. So I could do... Ooh. Yeah, I think 7s on the Orion is definitely the way to go. And I think I'll take the medium lasers on 9s. I mean, that ammo is cheap, right? 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 All right, go ahead and get warm with the other Ostrak. Hopefully we can put a whole bunch of stuff into the left side of the Orion. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of taking damage everywhere pretty equally. But fortunately, the left torso and the left leg are both hurting pretty bad. So if I can just score decent rolls, then we'll be okay-ish. Okay adjacent, at least. Now then, the rifleman. Okay, bad things happen to some people. All right, our center Ostrak, put an ER large into the center torso of the hunchback, medium laser into the left torso down to 0 armor, streak hits, putting 2 into the left torso, 2 into the head. The pilot takes another hit. They're up to 3 hits. Then a medium laser into the left leg. Then another streak hits, putting 2 into the right leg, critting on the hip, and 2 into the right torso, ER large into the right leg down to 1 internal structure. The Kerensky firing at hunchback number 2, that's the one on the left, hits the head with the snub nose. It's down to 2 internal structure, and they critted on the life support. That's unfortunate. But missed with everything else. The left hunchback misses with everything. The Allied Crusader firing at the center hunchback. He's about to get real cold. You are correct. I guess he better stay warm. Although I don't think you can actually get hot with the 4G unless you take an engine hit. So the center hunchback lost its head. I still need that gif of like an Atlas or something kicking the head off of another mech. But just for good measure, we also critted on the ammo, causing it to explode. Destroying the left torso, destroying the center torso, destroying the right leg. Everything's gone. It's gone. They're dead, Jim. The center hunchback, just before his demise, lands an AC-20. Okay, I could see that. Oh, yeah, you can heat it up. Doesn't it go up by 1 heat? Like if you run and do a full alpha strike, I think it goes up by 1 heat. Right? Is that right? Anyway, so the Ostrak finally takes a hit from the AC-20, doing 10 damage to the left leg. Then he puts a medium laser into the left arm as well. Our Warhammer, firing at the Vulcan, puts PPC into the right torso, destroying the right torso, blowing off the right arm, transferring 8 to the center torso, getting a gyro and an engine hit. Is down to 7 internal structure. Then a medium pulse into the left torso. Medium pulse into the center torso, getting another gyro hit and another engine hit. Oof. That Vulcan is not doing well. It looks sickly. The enemy Warhammer firing at our Warhammer misses. Our Guillotine firing on the hunchback puts medium laser into the center torso, getting a through armor crit on the engine. Speaking of engine hits, the enemy Wolverine fires and misses the Ostrak. The Allied longbow misses. Our longbow firing at the Orion puts 3 LRMs into the left torso, but missed with everything else. The Hermes puts an AC-5 into the center torso of the Warhammer, our Warhammer. Our catapult misses with everything. The enemy Phoenix Hawk misses. The Allied Zeus destroys an already dead mech. Then lastly, getting closer to the bottom, the Vulcan puts a beam laser into the Warhammer's left torso and a flamer into the left torso as well, also heating it up by 2. The North Ostrock puts an arrow large into the Orion's left leg, but misses with absolutely everything else on 6s and 7s. That hurts. Needs a 6, rolls a 4, needs a 6, rolls a 5, needs a 6, rolls a 3, needs a 7, rolls a 3. That is painful. So painful. Then our rifleman firing at the Orion puts a large laser into the right leg, Ultra AC 5 into the right arm, and a large laser into the left arm, missing with the Ultra AC 5 and a medium laser into the left leg down to 14 internal structure. Oh, okay, so +3. Yeah. Yeah. But also, if you're doing running alpha strikes, you're hopefully whatever you're shooting at is really hurting after 2 running alpha strikes, and so it really doesn't matter too much. Enemy trebuchet misses, the allied stalker misses, the enemy Orion misses, the other enemy Orion hits the Ostrock with 5 LR rems doing 5 to the right leg. So our Ostrock took 20 damage, needs a 3, rolls a 6. The enemy Vulcan destroyed gyro, so they automatically fall, doing 3 damage to the left torso, critting on a jump jet. Pilot avoids damage, though. The North Orion took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 7, falls down to its front, doing 5 to the right leg, 1 to the right arm, and the pilot takes a hit. Okay, cool. This is what I was hoping would happen. Things are moving along. So we kick the Orion, doing 12 to the left torso. It's down to 10 internal structure. So our Ostrock is up to 5. The enemy Vulcan is up to 9. The surviving Hunchback is up to 6 because it took an engine hit. And then our Warhammer is up to 5 heat as well. There we go. Did we win initiative? I kind of forgot to look. We did. We did win initiative. That's nice. Look, case is for wusses. If you're so worried about your ammo exploding, maybe you should kill the enemy faster. That's what the Free World League said. Hunchbacks are for the barbarians of mech warriors. You just run up, you shove a big ass cannon into somebody's face, and you pull the trigger. Yes. Results oriented. It's the people who drive. Hold on, I have to look something up really quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. People who drive Hunchbacks are the same people who designed Ed 209. and thought it was a great idea. Hmm. Look, there has never been a better example of potential energy than the AC-20. Look, math is hard sometimes. Math can be very hard. I don't know what to do here. I don't like any of my options. So I'm just gonna do this. And it's gonna buff. I see. Well, let's move the guillotine there. I kind of just want to unload into the Vulcan with the Kerensky because nothing bad could possibly happen. Okay, the Orion managed to get up. Hey now, what are you doing? We'll just slowly keep trundling our way back. See what their trebuchet does. Probably a bad idea, but let's just go to point blank range with the Warhammer. things may go south a little for my friendly little Ostrock, but it might be okay. Because I'm guessing that with jumping that Wolverine is probably not doing a whole lot. Not because it can't, but because good. Destroyed by ejection. Well, I think so. When you think about base mechs or kind of your Succession War era mechs, what I think a lot of times they were going for were all-rounder mechs. It was much less likely for you to have a very specialized mech and more likely to have an all-rounder, even when they're working in teams of 4. So even when they're working in lances, because they probably were just trying to be like all-rounder lances. But the challenge is that when you are okay-ish, okay adjacent at a lot of stuff, very rarely are you actually really good at one. That and just lots and lots of heat. Here's to hoping. What's the pilot on this? The pilot here is, come on, show me. Show me. Oh, it's a 5.6 pilot. Yeah, we're going to be fine. So you can put a couple of ER larges downrange. And we'll stop there, I guess. Did the Phoenix Hawk jump in to get in the way between me and the Vulcan? Are you two in love? Is that what this is? Do you love the pilot of the Vulcan and you're trying to protect them? It's adorable. Okay, so it's a 9 no matter what I do. I might as well just shoot at the Phoenix Hawk. It's right there. It's in front of me. We'll just do 1 PPC and we'll do the medium pulses instead. And that lets us do the streaks and the smalls. That should pretty well do us. Gear done. Oh my gosh, it's gross. Still a 10 to hit. Hold on. I have a question. I have a question for the world. So it's 11. It would have been 10s to hit. No, we're not going to do that. So a 10 on the LRMs or a 7 on my medium lasers. Take the 7. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of stuff going into the rifleman, but our target number against everything else sucks. So I think we just overkill the Orion. So the enemy Hunchback hits against the Allied Crusader with a medium laser. Our Ostrock, this is the North Ostrock, puts an ear large into the Orion's left torso rear, then a medium laser into the center torso rear. Missed with the other two, though. Wolverine, enemy Wolverine, firing at the Ostrock, hits with 2 Deadfire SRMs, doing 3 to the right torso, 3 to the right arm. The Southern Ostrak puts an ER large into the Orion's left arm, then another ER large into the Orion's left arm, taking it down to 4 internal structure and critting on the lower arm. The Allied Crusader against the Hunchback puts Beam Laser into the right leg, misses with everything else. Enemy Ostrak firing at the Ostrak misses. The Kerensky firing at the Phoenix Hawk misses with everything. Phoenix Hawk firing at the Guillotine missed. Warhammer firing at the Trebuchet puts ARPPC into the left leg, critting on the upper leg, medium pulse into the right arm, transferring to the right torso, then medium pulse into the right torso. Down to 9 internal structure, misses with both the streaks. The small laser goes into the left arm, another small laser into the right torso, critting on LRM-15. Enemy Warhammer missed. Allied longbow into the Orion, hits with a whole 3 LRMs, doing 3 to the center torso. Enemy Vulcan at the rifleman missed. Our Guillotine firing at the Hunchback puts medium laser to the right arm, missed with everything else. Enemy Trebuchet misses. Our longbow puts 2 medium lasers into the Hunchback, hitting the left leg and the right leg. The Hermes at the Stalker puts an AC5 into the left leg. Then the Allied Zeus puts a large laser into the right torso of the Hunchback, AC5 into the right torso, missed with everything else. The enemy Orion misses. Our Catapult, does very bad things to this Trebuchet. Puts a medium laser into the right torso, then a medium laser into the right arm, transferring to the right torso, doing 2 hits on the engine. And then, destroys the engine, which is very unfortunate for them. Rifleman firing at the Orion puts a large laser into the right arm, critting on the medium laser into the lower arm, then a large laser into the left leg, then AC5 into the left torso, critting the LRM-15, medium laser onto the right torso. Allied Stalker hits the Hermes. So the Orion took 40 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 9. Hunchback took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8. Oofta. Hey, I'm going to step away for about 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, thanks for bearing with me there. And so, can we kick a Phoenix Hawk? Maybe. We're going to find out. Can we kick a Hunchback? Maybe. Can we kick an Orion? I hope so. Oh dear. Oh dear, something very bad happened. So the Phoenix Hawk misses. Orion kicking the Phoenix Hawk in the left leg is down to 0 armor. Wolverine kicks the Ostrak. It takes 11 damage to the right leg. The Crusader kicking the Hunchback in the right leg does 13 damage to the right leg. It takes a crit on heatsink. Hunchback tries to punch the Guillotine and misses. The Guillotine tries to kick the Hunchback and misses. The Hermes tries to kick the Stalker and misses. The Ostrak kicking at the Orion kicks the left leg, destroying the left leg of the Orion, transferring 6 to the left torso rear, which then goes straight to the LRM-15 ammo and causes it to go boom. And the pilot blacks out, ejects, bad things happen. Left torso takes the 20 damage, transfers 19 to the center torso. It's down to 4 internal structure. Oof. Now then, what happened here? Oh, I understand. Okay, we're good. It gets me every time. Every single time. You see a mobile on one of your mechs, and you're like, what in the world happened? and it's just the pilot landed and you didn't realize it because you panic. Okay, well, heat is still happening. We picked up the unconscious pilot, Jabber Rumpkesh or whatever. We are getting there slowly but surely. I just realized the offboard the offboard artillery died because of cold weather. That's unfortunate. So the op 4, we've destroyed 40% of them. We destroy another 6. Fortunately, with every one we kill, it makes it faster to kill the rest. Okay, not that Ostrak. I want this Ostrak. Okay, let's grab our Warhammer and come up here where we can maybe do something useful. And then we can take our happy little catapult and go yonder. And then from there, what do we do? What to do? What to do? I don't want to move the guillotine or the longbow yet. Ostrak. I could definitely. Why don't we just do that? It's probably a really bad idea because when you're talking about weight class and like things that I should be doing, the thing that you should not be doing is charging a Wolverine and an Ostrak. But alas, here I am doing the thing that I'm not supposed to do. Oops. But I think I can bring the rifleman up and potentially support a little bit. And then maybe that'll let us work down that Wolverine a little quicker. Maybe. At least I can have faith that my pilots are a little better. Not, a lot, but a little. Oh, but that changes things a little. Just a touch. So why don't we do this? I really just want this hunchback to be dead so I don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Yeah, why don't we just, I don't know, kick a hunchback maybe? How much do I hate myself? I think I hate myself a lot. There we go. Okay, well, I guess we might as well start from the top. So it's 5s on the Orion. We won't get super hot right now. And then 6, 6, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, why not? Okay, 7s with the PPCs. Out of range for the pulses. Streaks are 12s. That blows. Okay. I mean, we have plenty of ammo for the streaks. Might as well. Finally, rolls that don't completely suck from our guillotine pilot. You know, one of these days that pilot is actually gonna like have some XP to burn, and we're gonna get them up to being a decent pilot, and I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. Also, we're about 2.5 hours into the stream. If there's anybody out there who hasn't already, please go ahead and give the stream a follow. If you're feeling incredibly generous, then subscribe to the stream. Every little bit helps out. If you have one of those happy little Twitch Prime subscriptions, those are also very useful. If you're watching on YouTube, then hit that little that subscribe button there. But I hope that you're enjoying the stream so far. What to do? So medium lasers are 4s. LRMs are 10 or 8 against the Orion. I kind of want to shoot at the Orion. I am going to be running out of LRM soon, though. That's the downside. I don't really want to use Swarm. Not when my people are standing right next to them. Get a little warm. 3 over is not too bad. Then for the riflemen, it's a 6 on the Orion. It's an 8 on the Phoenix Hawk. I think that we just work down that Orion and just make him hate his life. Well, the Allied Crusader at the Hunchback puts medium laser into the center torso, medium laser to the right torso, critting on the AC-20. Whoop, whoop. And then a machine gun on the right leg, critting on the lower leg. SRM-6 hits with 2 dead fires, doing 3 to the left torso, 3 to the right leg, critting on the hip and the foot. That's all 3 out of the right leg. It's a pole. You have a pole to stand on. The Hunchback puts medium laser into the Stalker's left arm, missed the other medium laser. Ostrak firing at the Orion. Our Ostrak hits with ER large to the right leg, then a medium laser into the head. It's down to 4 armor. The pilot takes a hit out of the Orion. Then Streak hits with 2 to the left torso, 2 to the right arm. Another Streak hits, doing 2 to the head. Is down to 2 armor. That pilot takes another hit and 2 to the right torso. The Kerensky hits the Orion with a medium laser to the right leg, critting with no effect. Medium laser to the center torso. Oh my. Well, off with his head, I guess. Georgia Milano is a little dead after they disappear from a PPC through all of them. They are the PPC. The rest doesn't really matter too much, so we'll move on. The enemy Wolverine at the Ostrak misses. The allied longbow misses. The enemy Warhammer misses. Our Warhammer hits the center torso of the already dead Orion. The enemy Ostrak misses. Our guillotine into the Hunchback hits with a large laser to the left arm, medium laser to the right leg or right arm, and miss with everything else. The enemy Phoenix Hawk at the Ostrak puts a medium laser into the right leg, doing 2 damage. Machine gun hits, doing 1 damage to the right torso. Allied Zeus puts an AC5 into the right arm of the Hunchback. This Hunchback is just eating damage. I'm pretty impressed, actually. Then 5 Deadfire LRMs go into it from the Zeus, doing 5 to the center torso, 5 to the left arm, critting on the upper arm and the shoulder. Hermes hits the stalker with an AC5 to the right leg. Our longbow firing at the Orion does things. Enemy Vulcan misses. Our catapult firing at the Hunchback puts medium laser into the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring to the left torso, misses with everything else. The Stalker, allied Stalker firing at the Hunchback puts medium laser into the center torso, medium laser center torso is down to 1 armor. LRM 10 hits with 6 missiles, doing 6 to the center torso, critting on an engine, 1 to the center torso, critting with no effect. The Orion, before it dies, fires, putting a medium laser into the Ostrak's left torso, medium laser into the left torso again. Our Ostrak firing at the Wolverine puts an ER large into the left torso, medium laser to the right torso, ER large to the center torso, and hits with 1 dead fire into the left arm. The Rifleman also hurts the Orion some. Wolverine took 20 damage, knees an 8, rolls a 10. Hunchback, the right leg is jacked up and it took 60 damage. Knees an 11, rolls a 4, falls to its rear, doing 4 to the left torso rear, but the pilot avoids a hit. Woofda. Oh, 6 to hit. That's not bad. And a 3 to hit. Also not bad. 1 to hit. Hopefully you don't miss. Then for you, it's a 4. I'll take that. 6. I hear things and stuff. I see. So the Crusader, allied Crusader against the Hunchback, kicks the right leg, destroying the right leg, then transfers the right torso rear. Our Ostrak against the Phoenix Hawk punches the right arm, doing 6 damage. Guillotine against the Hunchback kicks the right leg, which transfers to the right torso, destroying the right torso, transferring a little bit to center torso down to 1 internal structure. The longbow just kicks the Hunchback in half. Phoenix Hawk kicks the Rifleman, doing 9 damage to the left leg. Our Ostrak kicks the Wolverine, doing 12 damage to the right leg. Rifleman, oh, that's no good for the Phoenix Hawk. Our Rifleman kicks the left leg, destroying the left leg of the Phoenix Hawk, transferring 1 to the left torso. Wolverine against the Ostrak kicks the Ostrak in the right leg, doing 11 damage to the right leg. It's down to 12 internal structure. So the Phoenix Hawk automatically fails because it doesn't have a leg to stand on. Falls to the left side, doing 4 damage to the left torso, critting, but doesn't roll the crit. The pilot takes the damage. Wolverine needs a 7, rolls an 8. Our Ostrak needs a 4, rolls a 2. Okay. Doing 4 damage to the left leg. The pilot avoids damage, thankfully. Rifleman was kicked, needs a 4, rolls a 6. Fortunately, we won initiative, so we've got that going for us. Also, that Hunchback is finally dealt with, which is really nice. So the catapult, why don't we just move you there for right now? The guillotine can also go into the neighborhood. Oh, good. The Phoenix Hawk pilot knocked themselves out. Isn't that nice? All right, so our Ostrock, can you back up to like there-ish? So Minerva, you stay there. Our Kerensky, wherever it is, there it is, can go like there-ish. Yeah, that should be fine. Our rifleman can then go to here. Burp. I feel like the Wolverine is going to be regretting its life choices momentarily. All right, Mr. Vulcan. No, don't take that route. That's a bad route. Take this route. That's gooder. I mean, I guess I can just do this. I don't have to kill the Hermes, but it's here. I guess I might as well kick it. I guess. Maybe. Anyways, what I really wanted to do was this. So head 4, yes, 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 and yes. At least like 2 of those should hopefully hit. Yes, I know the math says that like 3 out of the 4 of them should hit. I don't trust that. As far as I know, Will Wheaton is rolling for me right now. Maybe not the Gauss rifle. Never trust the math. Never tell me the odds. My brother just posted something in our Discord channel that's like a facsimile. Have you ever played Portal? Have any of you ever played Portal? I'm hoping you have. Specifically Portal 2, where you meet Cave Johnson, where you listen to Cave Johnson. I'm just imagining Cave Johnson telling me how to play this game right now. Because my man. As soon as you get done watching the stream, if you haven't bought it, go buy it. I'm sure it's like $3 at this point in time, and play through the whole thing. You will not be disappointed. I would argue, this is my opinion, but I would argue that the second one is better than the first one in terms of its story. It's my 2 cents worth. But yes, good old orange box. Every now and then I decide to torture myself and like look up rumors of Half-Life 3. I know what the result is going to be every single time, and there's nothing that will come of it. But every now and then I decide to do it anyways. I should have told them to ignore this target. Yeah, I will believe that they are working on it when I see an actual product. I never played Alex because I don't have a VR headset. So, yeah. That was actually one of the big bummers about Alex is like you had to have VR. You had to. There was no choice. And I'm sure that it is. The challenge is I just have nowhere to do any of that stuff with. Plus, that would be the only game that I would be using VR for. Because other than that, I play things like MegaMek. I play like Jagged Alliance 2. I play Terraria, things like that. Nothing that requires remote VR needs. Yeah, we can go 4 over. That's fine. And then the rifleman. We'll skip the AC5s and just stick with the lasers. All right, so the Wolverine firing at the Ostrak puts a medium laser into the right leg, doing 2 damage. Minerva firing at the Phoenix Hawk. Are you kidding me? You had to roll a 4. Hits the right arm, the right arm, the right arm, and puts a single medium laser into the head. 1. Just 1. It's very frustrating. So the Orion puts a medium laser into the left arm of the Wolverine, but misses with everything else. The Ostrak, enemy Ostrak firing at the Warhammer, puts a large laser into the left leg, critting on the foot. Ouch. Allied Crusader firing at the Phoenix Hawk puts the LRM-15 in, doing 9 dead fire missiles hitting, doing 5 to the left arm, 5 to the right arm, 5 to the right torso, 5 to the right arm, which transfers to the right torso. And then 3 more into the right torso, critting with no effect. Then another 5 dead fires hit, doing 3 to the left, 5 to the left leg, 5 to the left torso, and 5 to the left arm. Isn't that nice? Our Warhammer firing at the Vulcan puts an ER PPC into the left leg, PPC into the right arm, B impulse into the left torso, and a me impulse into the left leg. It's down to 9 internal structure. We crit on upper leg. Enemy Warhammer misses. The Allied Longbow firing at the Phoenix Hawk hits with 6 dead fire LRMs, doing 5 to the left torso, critting on a jump jet. 5 more to the left torso, 2 to the left torso. The Vulcan firing at the Warhammer puts a medium laser to the right torso, machine gun into the left torso. Our longbow hits the Hermes with a medium laser to the right torso. Our catapult misses. The enemy Hermes misses. The Allied Zeus misses. Our Ostrak firing at the Wolverine puts an ER large into the right arm, critting on the lower arm. It's down to 10 armor. And then a medium laser into the center torso, down to 12 armor. The Rifleman firing at the Wolverine only hits with a medium laser to the right leg. The Allied Stalker misses. So the Vulcan took a leg actuator hit and took 20 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 7, falls onto the right side, destroys the right arm, critting to the right torso. The pilot avoids damage. The Wolverine took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls an 11. Maybe we can kick it. We had a friend when we were still living in Iowa who was incredibly into VR. And it was fun to go over to their place and, like, you know, play some VR games, drink a little beer, then play some board games, and then I had no desire to do anything else with it. So I don't know. While I would love to play Alex, I don't think I ever will necessarily, unless I play it at somebody's house or something. So the Wolverine tried to kick the Ostrak and misses. Our Kerensky kicks the Wolverine in the left leg with 15 damage. The Warhammer kicks the left torso of the Vulcan, destroying the left torso, transferring to the center torso. It's down to 8 armor, and we crit on a couple of jump jets. The Longbow misses the Hermes, needs a 6, rolls a 5. The Hermes kicks the longbow, our longbow, doing 8 damage to the left leg. The Ostrak misses both of the punches, needs an 8, rolls a 7, needs an 8, rolls a 6. Our rifleman against the Wolverine kicks the right leg, doing 12 damage to the right leg. It's down to 3 internal structure, and we crit on the upper leg. The allied Zeus misses the Hermes on a punch. The Wolverine has missed a kick, was kicked, right actuator hit, and more than 20 damage. Needs a 9, rolls a 3. Falls to the right side, taking 4 damage to the right leg, destroying the right leg. And the pilot takes a hit. Longbow missed a kick and was kicked. Needs a 4, rolls a 4. Needs a 4, rolls a 2. Okay. Falls on his butt and does 5 damage to the right leg and 2 damage to the left torso rear. And the pilot avoids damage. That it hurts every time you miss a 4. It just kills you a little bit inside. And we end up losing the initiative because why not? Okay, this time ignore the Phoenix Hawk, please. Minerva, continue to just stand there. Let's see here. The Warhammer, let's back you on up. So you can stay there. The rifleman can stay where it is. All the Ostrak has to do is rotate. Then let's have the guillotine hop on over. Can't believe the longbow fell on a 4. The Vulcan ran away. That's what happened. Okay. Eventually, it stood up and it ran away, which is fine. I don't care. Okay. This time, please, dear goodness, shoot them in the head. This should not be a crazy thing to ask. Just put the gun against the head and pull the trigger. That's all I'm asking here. I went one space too far. That's unfortunate. We'll just do that. It'll be fine. And we have the ammo and the heats will be fine. I feel like this Wolverine is about to have a very bad day. Very well. All right, so Cliff Notes version. Very first shot. Phoenix Hawk takes 8 damage to the head, destroying the head. The Phoenix Hawk is now dealt with. And then just in case nobody understood that, we just put 2 more rounds into the non-existent head. Thank you for finally doing the thing. Then, again, Cliff Notes version, we shoot the Wolverine a whole bunch, shooting the head a few times. Yeah. Our aim shot actually worked this time. Just this once. But then we shoot the Wolverine in the head with a snub nose PPC. It goes down to 10 and 2 internal structure, and the pilot blacks out. Our Warhammer, firing at the Ostrak, hits the center torso. Their Warhammer puts a PPC into the rear torso right of our Warhammer. Our Guillotine, firing at their Ostrak, puts a large laser into the center torso, down to 8 armor. Bad things happen to the Wolverine. Then the longbow actually hits with 2 medium lasers into the Hermes. The catapult, oh my gosh, headshots everywhere. Everybody gets a headshot. The catapult puts a medium laser into the Ostrak's head, doing 2 damage, down to 6 armor. Jeez. The Hermes shoots the Stalker in the head with an AC-5, and a medium laser goes to the center torso. The Zeus, firing at the Wolverine, does bad things. Destroy the right torso, critting on the ammo in the right torso, transferring 3 to the center torso. Yes, and more ammo explodes, essentially, and the center torso goes boom as well. So the Wolverine is gone. The Wolverine is super duper gone. Let's take a quick gander here, friends. Yeah, there is a bit of a head. There's a left torso and a bit of the left arm and left leg. Everything else is gone. That sucks for you. The Stalker hits with 2 dead fires into the Hermes, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the right arm. Then 4 more dead fires hit, doing 3 to the right torso, 3 to the right leg, 3 to the right arm, and 3 to the right leg. It's running out of armor really fast. So the Hermes took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 4, takes 3 damage to the right torso, and the pilot takes a hit. All right, all we have to do is kill the Ostrak. That's all we got to do. Now, what would you be thinking if you were in the pilot seat of that Ostrak right now? Would you be like, yes, today is a good day to die? Would you go full Klingon on this? Or would you... Or would you be like, oh no, I need my mommy? and be running away. Just for funsies. Just go there. To that. So I think now is a great time to get a little on the warm side. Just fire everything. Ah, good. This is good. So the Ostrak firing at the Ostrak does things. So ER large to the left arm, medium laser to the left torso, streak hits, doing 2 to the left arm, critting on the lower arm, 2 to the left torso, ER large hits the left torso, then medium laser to the left torso, then the last streak misses. The Kerensky puts a snub nose into the left leg, misses with everything else. The enemy Hunchback puts a medium laser into the right arm of the longbow, but missed with everything else. Good deal. Allied Crusader at the Hunchback misses. Our Warhammer at the Ostrak puts PPC to the right leg, me impulse into the center torso, and a me impulse into the center torso. It's down to 60 internal structure and created on a gyro. Warhammer firing at the longbow missed. Our Guillotine misses with most things. Beam Blazer into the right torso, though. SRM6 hits with 5 missiles, doing 2 to the left leg, 2 to the right leg, 2 to the left arm, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the left arm. The Allied longbow misses. The Hermes at the Stalker hits with the flamer to the right leg. Our longbow puts medium laser into the Hunchback's center torso and left leg. Our catapult at the Hermes puts a medium laser into the right leg, critting on a hip. Allied Zeus at the Hermes misses. Our Ostrak firing at their Ostrak puts medium laser into the center torso and then ER large into the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring forward to the left torso down to 10 internal structure. Rifleman firing at the Hermes puts large laser into the left torso, AC5 to center torso, large laser center torso, AC5 left leg. Medium laser into left torso, causing the AC5 ammo to go boom. Which that, as they say, is that, and the center torso also blows out. The enemy Ostrak, excuse me, firing at the Guillotine hits with large laser to the left arm, medium laser to the left torso, medium laser to the left arm. So the Ostrak took a gyro hit and 80 damage, knees a 12, rolls a 7, falls to the front, does 4 damage to the center torso, down to 10 internal structure, critting with no effect, and the pilot takes a hit. Then we kick the right torso because that's the thing to kick. So I'm betting that he is going to. Great question. And he managed to get up and run away. The punk. Well, that was that. Now, all we have to do is not die in the last round. As for how they haven't given up, it's a great question. It's a very great question. So happy you asked it. Okay, we'll hold off on that one. The catapult. Go there. Okay, well, let's see what can actually hit. That's actually not bad. Sevens? Okay, I'll take the sevens. And with the snub nose, that's an 8 and a 9. This hunchback might have a bad day as well. Tens, okay, fine, whatever, who cares? No way. And for you, medium laser, go. All of the medium lasers. Okay, so long story short, what happens to the hunchback? Because I think it's what everybody cares about. Overall, the hunchback is doing okay so far. Nothing crazy. Taking a lot of hits, though. And then the leg gets blown off. That's nice. Well done, Rifleman. Well done. And also puts a medium laser into the head for good measure. That's nice. And another 2 damage to the head from the stalker. So the leg was destroyed. They automatically fall down, and that's it. And the pilot took a total of 3 hits. Let's tell them to ignore the target so that we don't accidentally destroy the damn thing. And there we go, because they're not hobbling off the field with one leg. I don't care what MekHQ tries to tell me. They're not going to do it. It's not happening. No, I don't want a GIF. Oh goodness, that was long. That was very long. All right. Oh, I feel wrong having that be recoverable. So no, that's just, it's neither escaped nor recoverable. It just doesn't exist. They were, I mean, the mission was destroy your route 95%. And they only brought 10, which means, well, rounding rules suck. So had to destroy or route all 10 of them, which was annoying. All right, Booful, heavy, Booful, regular, heavy. So the Orions should be in pretty good order if I remember correctly. Yes, you are fine. Oh my gosh, I can breed even more Kerenskis. Should I make, oh no. Oh no, do I make an entire lance of Kerenskis? Is that the thing I'm supposed to do? I don't really care about the trebuchet, honestly. Like, okay, it can jump, which is nice, but I'd want to get rid of the narc for sure. No, I'll take the trebuchet. Uh, just here and there. You heard it from here and there, I'm sure. I think we're going to call that good. Confirm. So many mechs, so little time. All right, I'm going to explore the map for like 5 more minutes, and then we're probably going to call it good for the night because I'm a little tired. I got woken up at midnight to admit somebody because that's what happens when it's your last night on call. Huh. Oh, neato. Colonel, we have a mass breakout in progress. Prisoners are flooding through a breach in the holding cell wall. They use stolen equipment and improvised explosives to blow it open. Some of them are armed and engaging the guards, trying to fight their way out. We need immediate reinforcements to contain this, or they're going to overwhelm us. Awaiting your orders. Okay. So we can focus on preventing any prisoners from leaving the base, even if it costs lives. Send guards and combat units after fleeing prisoners at full force, risking significant casualties. Hmm. Hmm. You're not entirely wrong. I'm scared. I'm scared. We need more consistently better pilots, and I need to get out of the hole with the MRBC first after, the contract we don't talk about. I think we'll focus on preventing any prisoners from leaving the base. Oh, good. Prisoner capacity has been decreased by 25%. Isn't that nice? All right, command center, what are we at? Absolute crap. So, with that, let's open up India Company, rear debt, security. Why don't we do this? And then you can do this. And that should help a little bit as soon as we go forward like a day. Plus, I can't get the 2Cs, I don't think, until I need Clan Tech for that, right? Pretty sure. Like 95% sure. I do want to... I definitely want to... are you sure? I mean, I definitely want to refit that Orion because I don't want the command console. Let's take a look. Customize, refit, 2C. Yeah, I don't have the 2C as an option. Perp. No 2C for me. Oh, take the 2C. You are correct. You are correct. Gosh, holy cow. I have one. This is ridiculous. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Orions. My goodness. That's exciting. Okay. Do I have another mash truck just like lying around someplace? Tanks. Mash truck? Anybody? Mash truck? No? Uh-oh. I don't suppose there's a magical mash truck in here, is there? That's a big negative. Well, kind of want to buy this. I want to try something. I have a thought. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this. Because I have a thought. Then purchase parts. Mash. Mash equipment. 1 theater. There we go. Cost 0. I feel like that's an oversight. That may very well be an oversight. Yes, half a company of Orions. I do love Orions though. They bring joy. Okay, well, good deal. So our prisoner capacity is a little bit better. Now up to 193 as opposed to what it was before. Also, do I have any extra soldiers just lying around doing nothing? Nope. I most definitely do not. Okay. No problem. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start doing some repairs here. I know I'm going to need some cockpits because I always need cockpits. I just need to keep like 10 cockpits around all the time, I feel like. Don't do that. No, no. So I'm just going to keep on trying to get this dude XP. All right. How bad is it? Good deal. All right. Well, the enemy is losing ground, sustaining significant casualties, and is disorganized. However, they can still put up resistance in isolated areas. They are wavering. They have a Jenner. Sure. Okay, great. Okay, so we got some vocational XP. We got some things and stuff and whatnot. Let's keep exploring for just a minute, and then we'll probably call it for the night. So recon Lance, get out there. Scout. And Tango. Hmm. Ooh. I mean, the fact that they would bring a 240 XL is actually kind of worth it. I mean, that's expensive, but I might just take it. Only downside is well, I guess that's half a month's profit, so that's not too bad. Yeah, why don't we just do that? Oh, that's not good. Wait, with 20 XP, can you hold on? Christo Moore, where you at, bro? Also, why don't you guys have ranks? Does anybody else not have a rank? No? Okay. Let's see here. Tex. Christo Moore. What's up, bro? Current skills. Support. Haha! You are a slightly less bad tech. Let's do something here really quick. So, mass personnel training. Primary role, tech mech. Skill, tech mech. Where you at? There you is. All right, that got me 2 more veteran techs, which is pretty great. Let's see if we can maybe train up some of our mechanics here really quick. Mechanic. Tech mechanic. There we go. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of them to get going up. How much more XP do you need? That's the really big question. Good deal. You're slightly less terrible at battle armor. Okay, you need 5 XP to be a little bit less bad. Oh, before I forget, you guys were going to let me forget. You were going to let me forget that I need to turn on individual initiative. So here, it should be MegaMek options. Let's see here. So, oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Advanced rules. Is it advanced rules? I think it is. Advanced combat. Initiative rules. There it is. Maybe. No? Yes? Hmm. Power, was it you that was talking to me about how there were penalties in Alpha Strike to um, initiative streaks? Or was that somebody else? Maybe that was okay. Oh, that was definitely okay then. All right. Am I just blind? Also, I was going to turn on Reckless. Hmm. Oh, there it is. Individual initiative. It was in the initiative rules the whole time, wasn't it? Hmm. Well, there is that. Cool. There we go. It's about to do something else too. What was it? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can't up these dudes a little bit. Tech arrow. Absolutely. There we go. What about all of our vehicle crews? Honestly, why don't we just do this? Quick train. Now let's see what kind of SPAs did we get. So good vision, exceptional attribute edge, exciting, master impersonator, G tolerance, sensor geek, hot dog, Houdini. That's it. Shouldn't need anything there. Mech warriors. I don't think anybody can really do a whole lot here. Eh. Hey, Power, do you want to work on becoming a 1-2 pilot, or do you want to save up for an SPA? Also, youngster, do you want to... Hold on. Wait a second. Well, all of the things help the Lance. Here it is. All right. He is a 2-3 pilot. So 2-3 with foot cavalry. Yeah, SPA time sounds good. We'll save up for an SPA. Okay, so some maintenance happens. Some things got damaged a little because some of our tech still kind of blow. I was really hoping that we would have found something by now. Ah, convoy raid. Okay, very well. What else we got? Hit me again. No? Okay. How about meow? No? Okay. All right. Well, hey, we found one of our essential missions. We are just a little bit closer to being done with this one, which is probably good because we are supposed to be done in 13 days. 13 days and we were supposed to be done. That is going to be a fairly tight timeline. But I think that is where we are going to call it good. I'm going to go ahead and get the game saved. We'll kind of go from there. And hold on. Wait a second. Oh, got it. But I'll get the game saved, and then the next stream will be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you hadn't noticed, both on Blue Sky and on Discord, I am trying to put all of the next week streams up early so that people can actually know when they're happening. Anyways, I hope that you all have enjoyed the stream. I hope you're continuing to enjoy this content. If you haven't already, follow, subscribe, do whatever your heart desires. And until next time, I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.